Welcome back to week number 3. Today's Saturday, 2 weeks and 1 day out from the marathon. And we're just going to basically do a key marathon session this morning. So we've got 2.5 hours in total, and start off with just 90 minutes of T2. So maybe around 4:45 pace. And then from there, we'll go into 30 minutes at 3:25 pace, and then 10 minutes at 3:20 pace, and then a 20-minute cool down. So it'll probably total close to 35k, I reckon, for the session. So I'm going to do the first hour and a half just in the ASICS Mega Blast, so just a training shoe. And then for the 30 minutes tempo, I'll run in the Magic Speed from ASICS, and then for the last 10 minutes I'll run in my race shoes, which are going to be the ASICS Metaspeed Sky. So yeah, get a bit of feel for the race shoes, not wear them out too much, but just get a bit of volume in them. And yeah, I'm also going to try run, even like the course is on the road, but I'm going to try run basically where the course is, just so it kind of simulates the race a bit, and I get a feel for like the rolling hills and the kind of terrain. Especially in the last 10 minutes, I'll try to do like the exact last, like between 35 and 38k. I'll try and do that section of the course in the last, in the 10 minutes at 3:20 pace that I do in this session. Just so I get the feelings for what it'll be like on race day, and yeah, especially under a fair amount of load in the legs already, because that'll be 2 hours into the run. But yeah, pretty excited. This is going to be a tough session, but keen to just kind of simulate what it will be like on race day, and probably won't get any footage of it, so apologies. I'll be too busy busting my ass. But I'll break down how it goes with you after. Righto, we're back home now after finishing the run, 2.5 hours. Covered 35.5k. So pretty solid session. Felt pretty good actually. Felt like the legs got a good stimulus with the 90 minutes of just T2 before the key like 40-minute block. Just to give you some numbers, the 90 minutes at the start was at 4:38 pace, so got 19.5k in the legs, and then the key part of the session, 30 minutes at tempo 3:23 pace, covered almost 9k in that 30 minutes, and then dropped down 10 minutes at 3:18, so covered just over 3k in that 10 minutes. So there's the splits, and then just a 20-minute cool down at the end, covered 4k, so 4:44 pace. Pretty happy with how I felt, really. The legs did feel quite heavy after the first 90 minutes, which is good, because that's exactly what they'll feel like on race day, especially off coming off the back of racing last week and getting some more intensity in the middle of the week this week. I didn't show that session, but I just did 8 500s descending 1 to 4, so 1 to 4 getting faster and then repeating that, and they were on 2.5 minutes, and hit the last one of each of those 4 pretty quick. So good to get some speed in the legs. That was on Wednesday. And then went for a 15k run yesterday in the afternoon. And then this morning. So that's basically 50k in the last, within 24 hours, within probably 18 hours actually. 50k in the last 18 hours. So that's pretty happy with that and how the legs feel. And then to be able to hit those paces that I did. So there's the graph. To hit those paces like 20k in, between 20 and 30k in, on some pretty tired legs, felt good. And yeah, finished off the run on the actual course. So I ran the first half of the course like in my 90 minutes. I'll show you here. So ran it like around New Parliament House, Old Parliament House, and around to Tolopia Park, over Kings Bridge, and then I ran back up and did the part up Brisbane Avenue and around State Circle, and then started my efforts here, went out to Western Park and back is the 30 minutes, and then because that's where the course comes at like 25-30k is around Western Park over here. And then for the last 10 minutes I did it basically 5 minutes up here, up State Circle, which is like a pretty significant uphill, and that comes at like 35 plus k into the run. So I did like a k and a half basically uphill, turned around, did a k and a half downhill, because it's basically uphill to there, and then the actual course on race day will go back around here and down Brisbane Avenue, and that's all downhill. So by doing that half of the uphill, then back downhill kind of replicates that back end of the marathon. And pretty happy to run 3:18 for that last 10 minutes, 3:18 per k average. So yeah, feeling good. 2 weeks till race day from tomorrow morning. Haven't seen what the week looks like next week. Well, as you're watching it, it'll be this week. But probably going to start tapering from maybe 7 to 10 days out, depending on how the legs are feeling in this next week. And then, yeah, race day in 14 days. So pretty excited. Numbers are looking good, feeling pretty good. In terms of shoes, these are the shoes I'll be racing in, the Metaspeed Sky Asics. Just did the last 10 minutes in them today, so only 3 kilometers, and they feel really good. I also ran in the same, not the same exact shoe, but the same make, same model, at 70.3 Geelong, and ran pretty well, pretty comfy there. So they are going to be my race shoe, and yeah, looking forward to the race. And I think what I'll do now is I'll just kind of run you through what my nutrition sort of plan for the race, and maybe even leading into the race, is going to be. So yeah, this was probably one of the last, if not the last, big key marathon sessions, and all going well, feeling good. All right, let's chat through my nutrition plan for the Canberra Marathon. I've got it written up here on the fridge so I don't forget, and also my loading for the creatine, which I started on Saturday. Today's Monday, so I'm in day 3 of the load, 3 out of 5 for loading the creatine. So I have 20 milligrams a day for 5 days, and then drop it down to 5 milligrams a day, and I'll carry that until race day. I'm also taking Modex daily, 50 mils of that, and then I'll load with 100 mils for 10 days leading up, which starts on Thursday. So onto the race day. I'll start off Well, obviously I'll have breakfast pre-race, just some carbs, some oats. I like to have hot cross buns before I work out as well, so I'll probably have one of them in the morning. And then into the race, I'll be using a mixture of the Precision 30 gram carb gels and also the Beta Fuel nootropics gels with caffeine. So these nootropics gels have 200 milligrams of caffeine and 40 grams of carbs, and these obviously 30 grams of carbs. So I'll basically have one of each of these in an hour, staggered. So I'll start off 20 minutes in, have one of these, the 30 gram carb Precision, and then I'll basically take a gel every 25 minutes alternating. So it'll go 20 minutes the Precision gel, at 45 minutes the Beta Fuel gel, and then at an hour 10 another one of the Precision gels, and at an hour 35 one of the Beta Fuel gels, and then at 2 hours another one of the Precision gels, and then I might just carry just another Precision gel to get me to the goal time of around 225, 220, 225, somewhere between 220 and 230 really. So that's basically the gels I'll have with me. And then there's also personal refreshments that you can drop off that they give out at specific aid stations. So for that, I'll just have the Morton 320 drink mix, and I'll put that I'll probably have 3 mixes in a bottle that's about this size. So I won't have the whole mix, maybe half of it in one of these, and drop that off. I think that's at like the maybe 9K, 22K, and then 32K. And so that'll just give me a bit more carbs in case something goes wrong, I drop a gel or something, but then also it'll have electrolytes to obviously help the muscles retain the water, stop cramping, and then I'll just pick up cups of water from the aid stations as we go there, basically every 2.5 to 3 Ks in the race. So that's the fueling strategy. All of this stuff you can find at Training House. So go and grab some gels, grab some electrolyte mixes, or whatever you want, fuel your training, fuel your racing. But yeah, that's my race nutrition strategy. Everything's basically set now, just finishing off the polishing touches, the last few sort of sessions this week, and then we start taper. So looking forward to it.